Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Test. Testing. Testing. Test. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Hey Paul, can you hear me? I don't know what the issue is with that site, but I just cannot connect correctly. So I have to research that. I have Facebook here, and I have YouTube. But I need your help tonight. We're going to do a little testing. Now I have this pedal that when I'm talking, you could hear me. Now when I'm playing, it should not come out echoey. Okay, tell me how you hear me talking. I'm going to take my volume off my speaking. Now you can hear me better. How about the drums? When I played the drums, did it come out echoey? Now you can hear me when I'm playing the drums, yes? The drums are quiet, huh? How about now? Oh, Lord, this thing drives me friggin' crazy. Tommy Michaels, how are you? Alright, I'm sorry about the site. I gotta research that and see what the problem is. I can't even hold on to the drumsticks, I'm just shot. By the way, I'm recording this on another camera, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to put it on YouTube. So I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and it'll be on my YouTube channel. If anybody wants to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's fine. I will delete this though, because there is a delay. And when I record it with the other camera and I upload it, there is no delay. So, tell me if you could hear the metronome, Paul. Can you hear the metronome? I don't have it through the system. I should have put it through the system. You can't have everything, right? Okay, yesterday, not this afternoon, lesson on YouTube, but yesterday on Facebook here, you hear the metronome. Good. All right, let me take the snares off. Let me put the metronome down. And I had some, not wise guys, but legitimate questions. You know, to play 3 against 4 at 80 and making the downbeat the triplet. Well, that's all I can get, Paul, right now. If I put the metronome now, can you hear it? 1, 2, 3, 4. the way you should practice the polyrhythms. All right, well, I got to hook it up to the system. It's no good. All right, well, we're going to work out of the stick control book, the syncopation book tonight. So grab your syncopation book, guys, and we're going to go to page 20, lesson 9. All right, lesson 9. That's page 20. Simple page. Well, we're going to destroy it. All right, so we do page 20. And let me know when you have it, guys. Page 20, if you play as written, it's 1 E and a 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to play the 8th note triplet. 1. I'm going to put the accent on the first note of the triplet, and I'm going to play the hi-hat on the downbeat of the triplet. Got it? Now I'm going to play the line with my right hand on Mr. Floor Tom Tom. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. You get that, Paul? Line 1. There you go. Do you understand that, Paul? Man, I wish I was rich and an AV guy and a computer guy, and I could focus entirely on the drumming lessons. Now where's the mouse? We have Paul. Anybody else in here? "12 comments. Huh. And all I can get is what's there. Man, Facebook should get their shit together. You understand it, Paul? Good. So that's easy. And that's just, giving you an idea of how the 3 against 4 goes musically. But now, let's get a little insane. Let's go to, let's start with, let's go to page 24. Now, if you see the figure, page 24, you have 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and no problem. Now let's play that against the 3. Now you have to be careful. You have to grab hold of the count. So let me just do the first downbeat, which is going to be 1. So let's just try that one particular figure, 2/16 and an 1/8, over and over again. Okay? So now we're going to have 1. We have you understand that, Paul? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and my hand on the 1. like me to break it down a little slower? If I do the 3 for the first downbeat, it's going to be 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the. I didn't write it out, but that's coming with the stick control and polyrhythms. Okay? Left hand is the triplet. I'm counting the left hand as 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the. I'm putting an accent on the downbeat of the triplet. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the. You got it? That's the triplet. Now, let's play the line, the first downbeat. You're counting already. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the. So here's the right hand part. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the. 1 E and the 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3 against 2. That metronome because then it's going to make a lot more sense. Got it? You can hear me talking, no? Did you understand the right hand part, Paul? Let me play the right hand part. I'm going to count 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the. That's one downbeat. 2 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the. That's 4 downbeats. So here's the right hand part. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and then 1 E and the 2 E and the. I'm sorry, I gotta play it together. Here's the 3 against 2. See it? Understand it? You hear me talking, but do you understand the right hand part of that line? That's the issue. Get you into it. Let's start off an easier. You got it. Let's start off an easier part. Let's take. Let's go back. Let's say page 10, lesson 4. What you have here is going to be 3 against 1 against 2. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play the first line. That's lesson 4, page 10. Fancy. Let's put an accent on the first note of the triplet. Nice and slow. Simple. Now, because that line is for a 4-measure rep, when I say 4-measure rep, it's constantly going by itself. It's just repeating itself. So why don't we do this? You understand what I just did? Get a triplet. That's it. I won't go any further unless you understand that. I'll break it down a little slower. These whatever you call this shit, coming up on the computer. You understand that, right, Paul? It doesn't give me the option. I can't get that out of there. You understand that? All right, so if you understand line 1, the thing is not to do it fast, all right? It's to do it slow. Let me close that down. See if that works. All right. I guess the captions are not coming up now. That's annoying. So let's just see if you understand. You understand? 1. You understand that? So let's distribute the workload. Play one measure with the right hand and the second measure with the bass drum. Back. You get the idea? Now there's nothing here you can't play 3 against 2. Tomorrow we'll start 5 against 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But first, let's just do the 3 against 2. Now, I could tell you to play that swung. That might give you a little bit of a problem. Okay? If I asked you to play the right hand part swung, okay, would you be able to do that? See now, because that 8th note becomes the 3rd note of the triplet. 1, 2, 3. Do you understand that, Paul? How to swing that? If I'm playing it just with one hand, 1. That's syncopated. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to play it against the triplet. You got 1, 2, 3. So that the and now, instead of going 1 and 2 and 3, it falls on the 3rd note of the triplet. That you get the swing version, so that's good for you, and you should play that. I'm going to really expand on this stuff come in the future when you're going to play this against the jazz pattern. Okay, and you're going to play the bass drum part, and you're going to play the triplet, or you're going to play the triplet on the bottom and the other part, the written part with the left hand. It becomes very complicated. It's not a very practical thing to learn as far as becoming a gigging drummer, and that's, you know, we all can play 2 and 4. That's not a problem. We're beyond that. What you want to do is you want to challenge this and make yourself stronger by you doing something like playing a swung against the triplet. All right, that's nothing. And I can go like this. 1 and 1 and 2. That's easy, but I need for you to think about the 3 against 2 feel. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, it's a matter of interpretation. Let's go over to another page. Let's go over to page 12. Let's talk about what's written. I don't mean to throw all this at you now, Paul, but if I throw, you know, the thing is, you can read this. It's a simple pattern. 1 E and 2, 3, 4. The object here now is to play the triplet with the left hand against what's written. So now if I want to play the right hand part, that's what's written, and I'm going to think triplets. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the da is the E. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 1 E. the 2E and the 3E and the. So what I'm doing there is I'm breaking it down for you. Do you understand it, Paul? What I just did? That's lesson 5, page 12, line 1. You're breaking up the rhythm. If I thought of the first downbeat, 1E and the 2E and the 3 and the 1E and the 2E and the 3 and the 1E and the 3 and the 1E and the 2E and the 3 and the reason why you're counting it that way is because you want to play that figure against an 8th note triplet. So the first downbeat is going to be 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 1E and 2E and the 3E and I'm going to write it out for you guys, okay? Now this comes in really nice, man, and you probably play stuff like this when you're playing and you don't realize it. Well, that's just another briefing, you know? Okay, what I'm doing as well, besides writing the rudimental workbook for you guys, a breakdown, I'm taking master studies. And I'm breaking it down. The first one, for example, takes up 12 measures of different ways to do it. Line 2, the same thing. I think there's like 28 of them, 29 of them, times 2 pages. I mean, that's a lot of pages. I'm going to break it down. Even I'm going to get into the triplets. I have to do everything slow. I've been really busy with this computer nonsense. It's driving me crazy. It really is. But anyway, you understand it. Now, you missed Sunday, correct? I'm not happy with the way the video came out. So, do you happen to have this book, Paul? It's by Steve Forrester. Yeah, it's a lot of work, Paul. It's 143 binary algorithms applied to the paradiddle, based off Ravel's Bolero. Do you have that book? You have this book? I asked Steve. Steve is a nice guy, man. He's a good drummer, but the video came out like shit. Now, what I'm doing with this video, to avoid the delay, it's being recorded on another camera away from the system. So if I upload that to YouTube, you will not see the delay. Well, this book's available. It's available on, I don't have an extra copy, or I would send it to you. It's available on Amazon. It's a good book. What it is a collection of his lessons with Joe Morello. And plus he expanded on a whole lot of it. But these are the things that Joe Morello taught him. Different variations of how to do the stick control book. It's sort of like the stick control book formula, but mine are written out. His is just maybe an explanation. Okay? It's really a good book. There's a lot of great information in here, and it's just amazing. So if you get the book, everybody else has the book that comes to the live lessons. Get the book, and we'll work on it. Okay, we'll take a page and take it apart. Okay, now I did the three against two. That's simple. And like I explained, let me go back to the stick control book. You know, and this is going to help you. You know, you sit at the drum pad and you do, say, line 1 of page 5. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now the norm for that is the bass drum 1, 2, 3, 4. The hi-hat 2 and 4. Is that volume coming out okay? It doesn't look like it. Hold on. Ugh. Testing, there you go. Testing. Testing. 1, 2. Okay, so now, if you can, see if you can purchase the book. It'd be good for you. Now, when you're doing stick control book, you should be doing at least the left-hand side of the book in full strokes. And usually, the bass drum is standard is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I play the hi-hat on 2 and 4, like 1. Here's my attitude. It's not a bad one. Okay? What it is, I'm fortunate enough, say from 8 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, I can play my drums. There's times I can't, and when I can't, I use the drum pad. Okay, so, I look at it this way. You perform on a drum set, not a drum pad. That is, drum pad is absolutely essential. And there was times I lived in an apartment complex. Geez, if I start playing drums 9 o'clock at night, they have the SWAT team after me. So, we're doing the stick control book. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 4. You do that every day, Paul? So let's make it a little bit more, let's say, productive or a little challenging. So if I did that same exercise on the snare drum, and I want to play it against 3, so it becomes 3 against 2, and I'm going to play my hi-hat on 1 of the triplet. So I'm going to have, the bass drum's going to play the triplet. Hey, Jesus. So now I'm taking a stick control book like you normally practice full strokes, and take that as the full stroke is essential that you get the right hand and the left hand sounding the same. But have a little fun with it. So I'm taking full strokes down as 3 against 2, and I'm playing the 3 with my bass drum. So let's do that same exercise, but this time let's interpret page 5 instead of 1 and 3 and 4. And let's interpret it as this. 1 E, yeah. 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So I'm thinking of it in 16ths. So now we're going to play 3 with the bass drum. Line 3. Ah. Sorry. That. So now you have 2 different ways. Now 3 against 2, 3 against 4. And some of the exercises we've done in the past. For example, if I did, remember that R equals 3 rights, L equals 3 lefts. You remember that? That's right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. You remember that. So now let's play 4 on the bottom and do that exercise on the top. You get the idea? Let me do it up here. So I'll break it down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. So I'm playing 4 on the top and 3 on the bottom. It's a great focusing exercise. You can't leave that, man. You got to stay on it. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get my metronome set up. I'm just rearranging everything in the studio. The only problem I have is with this recording and the delay. I have no idea, and I've been trying everything to get the delay out of the stream, and I can't. When I hit the drum, boom, there's a delay. Watch that, Paul. Hit the drum, there's a delay. Now, was there a delay on that stroke? I'm going to do 2 strokes. 1, 2. Was there a delay? How you doing with the fill-ins? We're going to take the fill-ins like I made the lesson tonight for, linear. If you look at the site. I'm trying to avoid the delay. Okay, like I said, I think maybe you were at the lesson, I'm not sure. But I gave you the master studies with the fill-ins first, which is okay, but what I should have done was give you the stick control book with the fill-ins. And I'm going to give you a few examples of when you have a consecutive run of rights or a consecutive run of lefts, you fill in the blank. When I say fill in the blank, you fill in it with a 16th. For example, I'll do line 3, slow. 1 E and 2 E and. So I play 2 rights and 2 lefts. So I'm going to fill in the blank. I'm going to have 1 E and 2 E and. No problem. Okay, now, let's take that line, or that fill in, and make it linear. So, the linear line, we're going to do a straight line of 16ths. But if I went 1 E N, the dot is missing. So let's put the dot in with the foot. Okay? I'm just going to stop with that. I could expand all over the place with that. But just to get that idea. Okay? Now, let's go to line 3. 4 rather. No, heck, I'm sorry. 5, the paradiddle. 1 and 2. So if I said do the fill in, it would be 1 and 2 E. Got it? Now let's make it linear. So you have 2 right, you have a right and left. That's 2 eighth notes. So I'm going to get 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. I'm working on that to writing it out. If anybody would like the PDFs and get on my mailing list, email me. Paul, would you put my email there, mattpatella1001 @gmail.com? I'd appreciate that. Hello, Bill and Ed. And who's the other person that is watching? Let me see. Ed, Bill, and Chet the Bow. Whoa. Chet, this is an honor, man. For those who don't know who know Chet the Bow is, and Chet, get in the chat and say something. Okay, say hello. Anybody here the hip pickles? I caught them a few times. The first time I ever caught them was at Modern Drummer Festival many, many years ago. And let me tell you something, he's got some things going on with 3, 4 drummers. Congratulations there, sir. So say something in the chat, say hello. I'd appreciate it. You know, it's more Chet DeBow when he's playing. I guess, Chet, do you come from the drum corps originally? Because your show was the marching drums and the quads and the bass drums and whatever. And you do one hell of a show. And I totally have the utmost respect for you. A great set of chops besides. We've talked some, him and I, on Facebook. Guy's a hell of a nice guy. Hey Bill, do you understand the fill-ins with the stick control and how to make it linear? I mean, there's other steps to this, but this is the basic step. Do you understand it, Bill? Thank you, Paul. Let me hit line 3 again. Line 3 is written 1, I'm sorry, 1, we had line 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You understand that? So I'm going 1 and I'm filling in. Whenever I have 2 rights or 3 rights or 4 rights, I fill in the blank with the 16th. But now I'm stopping on the and. 1. I'm going 1 and. I want to make that linear. So for me to make that linear, what I have to do is put another note in there, the 16th. You understand that, Bill? All right, if I did line 5, the paradiddle sticking, I have the 2 rights and the 2 lefts. So I have 1 and 2 and. That's with the fill-in. How about if I do make it linear? Okay, Bill. Good. Chat, if you're still watching, man, can you get into the chat? It would be appreciated. Bring some celebrity quality. Okay, so let's do line 5, linear. So I have the first 2 notes, 1 and. But I want to make them 16ths. I make it a little bit colorful, and I take my right hand and put it on the floor tom-tom. 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Now I have them all written out, and it's for the paid members of my site, really. But I'm a nice guy, and I give them away. So if you'd like that written out, just email me, get on my mailing list. Okay? And another thing I just said, I'm doing a total breakdown, all right, of the Joe Morello's master studies. I don't know if that's a copyright infringement or not. I have to investigate that. But I'm taking like each line, and it's like 12 measures for the first line of different ways to interpret that line. And I'm doing that with all the lines, and I haven't gotten to the triplets yet. But they're available to you when I complete them if you want to get on my mailing list. All right. You have any questions about yesterday's YouTube? I mean, Facebook lesson, Bill? You want me to do anything for you? Don't be too drastic now. Yes? No? Paul, anything that you would like? Geez, it's 10 minutes to 8. My goodness. By the way, I am going to delete this because I'm actually filming this on an additional camera. I cannot get the delay out of there. For some reason, I've been trying everything. So the camera that is being, I'm recording to another camera away from my system. I will upload that to YouTube. There will be, I did that yesterday, and I got hurt. Bill, you're a comedian, man. How old are you, Bill? I'm 74. If I jump over the drum set and I get hurt, I'm shot for the next 6 months. I think that's fun, but I think it's a little wacky. What's this? No request. Why, Paul? We did the accents yesterday. Well, yeah, let me give Bill rather, an exercise that I took or I got from Stick Control book. I do a lot of vamping with my right hand and my left hand. And the objective of the vamping, it's to definitely develop endurance, but it's also half of a single stroke roll if I'm doing 16ths. So if I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, that's part of this. So what I came up with, and I didn't do this one last night, so this is going to be new for you as well, Bill. I reference again off the Stick Control book. As usual, that's still a Stick Control book I have nightmares about. And you should know this one, Paul. If I'm playing eighth notes, one nice sound, and I say, okay, I'm referencing off the first line of Stick Control book. And I'm eliminating all the lefts rather. And I'm going to reference off as the rights, and I'm going to make them accents on top of the eighth notes. Now I do that with the left hand as well. I go to line 2, and I say, okay, the right hand now falls on the ands. There's a good journey into the level system, which I'm going to be doing a lesson on sometime next week. All right, it's by my friend Jeffrey Johnson. Did a magnificent job explaining the level system or control strokes. So now you understand line 1 and line 2. Down, up, line 3. 2 rather. Back to 1. Let's do line 3. You have 2 accents in a row. So for the first 2, it was easy. Down, up, down, up. No problem. Now, we go to the third line. It gets hot and humid in here, man. It's like tough with these lights on. Dry. Sorry. So you go to line 3, and you have 1 and 3 and as an accent. So, 1's going to need to be a full stroke. The and's going to be a downstroke. 2's going to be a tap, and the and is going to put you back, the upstroke is going to put you back in position. So if I did it at a moderate tempo. Got it? Understand that, Bill? And whoever else is watching. I'd appreciate if you guys get in the comment section. Bill, did you understand that? Line 3. Let's do line 5. Okay. Hey Bill, where are you from, man? York, you living in New York? If you're living in New York, why don't you do this, man? Why don't you hook up with me? You can come to my studio and do a live lesson if you'd like. I have no problems with that. Would you like to do that, Bill? I'm inviting you publicly. You would like that. You're living in New York. Would you like to come here? I live in New Jersey. And do a live lesson? If you do, man, that would be great. What do you think, Paul? Not now. Why? Oh, because of the virus? When it's all over with, then it's really over with, man. Believe me. All right, listen, I'm going to have to stop. Maybe one day. All right. Well, why don't you email me, Bill? I'll put you on the mailing list and send you some PDFs if you would like. And whoever else would like it. Now, I'm streaming here and I'm also filming on another camera. So I'm going to disconnect the stream and I will see everybody on YouTube tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Okay? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll get a notification from YouTube. Okay? Or email me. I'll put you on the mailing list and I'll send you the PDFs, man. That's because I'm a nice guy. You're welcome, Paul. Okay, guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow, 1 p.m. on Mr. YouTube. Okay? We're off the air.